Hello, greetings from San Antonio, Texas. I am Sak Chun, also known as Bernard, and I have been wanting to start a podcast with a focus on the journey of life, so as to help find and give meaning to this life here on this earth. I have been sitting on this idea for more than 2 years. Finally, I have found the energy to make this happen. I hope to keep this regular and ongoing for the long run. My plan is to share my views of life here on earth and will gather them from my own experience and add different views from other sources. I grew up in a little island of Singapore. You can locate it if you look for it on the map of Southeast Asia, at the southern end of Peninsular Malaysia. As a little child, I lived in the rural part of the island. There were ponds and streams, muddy swampy lands with little fishes like guppies, and I would catch a few and keep in fish tanks. I enjoyed seeing the variety of colors and how they swam. They were fascinating, lively. As I grew into my teens, I would walk the trails in the woods and explore the beaches. Nature would captivate me in this lush, tropical rainforest. The kingfishers squawking, ravens cawing, and variety of birds, so many different kinds, with so many different colors, calling and singing, and with ease of flight across the air. As a youth, I would run on the open roads or trails, cycle to get around places, and swim as a form of physical activity. So I spent a lot of time outdoors. There is an inclination for the lure of the outdoors, being free and not stuck behind four walls, experiencing the cool breezy winds, the life-giving sun, even enjoy getting wet from the thunderstorms in that equatorial part of the world. I was just living. Life was good. Growing up in my early years, I was sent to school for education, learned some English, science, and mathematics. I was not much of a school person and was channeled into the arts and social science part of the education system. I had to learn some of the basic skills to make a living, slowly being pushed or socially engineered into service for humanity. Society wants us, the people, to contribute and to be useful. Even so, there was the energy of being caught into the competitiveness of doing well, to find a job so as to make a living, making money to afford the essentials to live, foods, water, shelter in a stable home, transport to get to different places. Now that there is a way for survival, there is a natural desire for a mate, a companion whom I can depend on and whom I can care for. Finding a mate is for me to love and to hold, to share my success with her and hers with me. Sure, there were fights and many times sulking, pulling on a long face for days, but they do calm down. Soon we have a son. Having children also provide for the society to expand and sustain its growth. Children are resources for the family and for society. If you look at what I have just described, it is that of a human life cycle. Life is short when you measure it from the beginning to the end. The average lifespan is between 75 to 80 years. Note that the oldest person in modern history was a French woman, Jeanne Calment, born in 1875, and she lived until 1997. She was 122 years old. It seems long, yet life is relatively short. As a child, life seems very long, and we cannot wait to get older, to be independent. However, as we near the end, we realized that life is very short. Very soon, I myself would come to the end of the life cycle, experience old age, and wait my turn to wither away. We are just like the plants, healthy, green, with bright, colorful flowers, and then when we get old, losing color, void of flowers, and dry up.